I'm AlexofAllTrades, and this is another Let's Play, and I'm doing Grim Dawn, and now I'm gonna clear out this cave. And I leveled up. Thank you, Raven. You're doing so much work for me. And just sit here and do things without ever having to worry, because the Raven's just gonna take care of it for me. Alright, let's bring up the physique. Okay, what do I want to do next? Let's always bring that forward one at least. Let's up this. I use it a lot. And make the heal a little stronger, because I'm going to start running into, I hope, bigger baddies. The sauce of the dead is near. Oh. Every time, that's what it is. Every time I increase the Raven's level, I need to respawn the Raven. I mean, it makes sense. I feel like she can't see with that hat on, you know? Whoa. Give me all the things! All the things! I want all these things! I don't even know what they are, but give them to me! Can't wear that. That's not as good as what I am wearing. Not as good as what I am wielding. So mostly useless junk. It's always important to destroy those things first, because they summon more enemies, and when they are destroyed, they explode. And that's good, because then they take out enemies. So... didn't even make it. This is another exit. Return to the captain already? I'm not even finished clearing this area out. For the corpse. That thing was still moving. Not good enough, because it's not magic. I love the use of guns in this game. It's so cool. Oh no, wait. I'm not doing that right. This is so nice and hands-free. So, cleansing shrines. Shrines to be cleansed by either making an offering to the gods or defeating foes trapped within the shrine. I wasn't finished reading that. This shrine is ruined and needs to be restored. Are you sure you want to place this offering? So a baddie might pop up here, is what it's basically saying. But instead, we just cleansed it. Yay! It's restored! So I earned devotion points. So now I need to return to Devil's Crossing. I love that. Oh, so nice. Such a great feature. So now that I've done this, he's going to let me in.
The dead attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign that you've dealt with the source? A creature was doing this? Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing.
I'm not going to rest and recover at all. I'm playing a video game.
I need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison. Both are outside the prison. Kasparov is in the house next to the giant rift gate, and Barnabas keeps his camp by the windmill on the south side. You can't miss it.
Yay! I got better reputation.
I'm still waiting for one of my scouts to report in. Take some time to mingle with the other survivors and speak to Kasparov and Barnabas. It sounds like they could use your help. Meet me in my office inside the prison when you're finished.
Where are Kasparov and Barnabas again? I was hung. I kind of have maybe some oxygen deprivation to my brain. The hangman called me taken. What did he mean? It's our word for those possessed by ethereals. Taken can be difficult to distinguish from normal humans, but you, or whatever possessed you, stumbled through the rift gate here and became trapped by Kasparov's wards. As you were dangling from the gallows, we watched as the spirit left your body to die. That was when we cut you down. I won't lie to you. It's not going to be easy for folks around here to get used to you. Nature of the times. I'd like to ask you a few questions. What is the situation here? No, what are the ethereals? I know all this. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go talk to this guy. I hate this thing, though, because that... Get me in this fucking house!
Welcome to my workshop. I saw you fighting the dead out in Lower Crossing, and I dare say you were absolutely brilliant. Evidently, cutting you off that noose was the best decision the captain made that day. Ah, where are my manners? I'm Kasparov, scientist and inventor. What brings you to my humble shop?
The captain said you wanted to speak with me.
Rift gates, yes. The ethereals use them to get around. I was working on a way to close them, but then you stumbled through ours. We have never seen a human, possessed or otherwise, pass through one before. Not a living one, anyway. It was then that I realized that we could put these portals to use. There's something about you that is attuned to the rift gates, and I intend to replicate it.
Wait, I what?
You don't remember anything, do you? I may have taken some liberties while you were out cold. It was just a few tests, a blood sample or two, nothing major. The results were curious. It appears that your body is still teeming with residual aether energies. Don't worry, you won't be growing any new limbs. Probably. But I'm going on tangents here. I believe that with a correctly tuned pulse of aether energy, we can replicate this phenomenon in a controlled manner, as in without the need for pesky possession. I've been working on just the device to do it, but it needs power. For that, I require aether crystal fragments.
These?
Excellent. These will do perfectly. I'll just place them into my device here and... Oh my, that's not right. Not at all. That pulse, it wasn't supposed to go off. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3. Yes, my fingers are still intact. Did it reach you too? How do you feel?
I feel stronger.
Ah, very good. I'm sure a little more aether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more. But you look fine. Fitter than ever. A real shame about the prototype, though. Showed such promise. Perhaps if I had more fragments.
I think we're done here.
We've been so preoccupied with this Riftgate business that I completely forgot about my apprentice, Darlet. I sent her out to the Burwich Estates to fetch parts for our research, and she's been gone entirely too long. Seems her ineptitude carries beyond just the workstation.
That's really rude. There are walking dead out there. You lost your apprentice?
I have to say, I do feel a little responsible for her now that she's my apprentice. Could you please go out there and find that hopeless girl?
I will keep an eye out. Where is this? There's the water pump. There's Barnabas.
The captain send you over? You must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Our wind pump's broken down again and we're running low on water. We're all out of parts, so I can't fix her up. Can always melt down what weapons we have, but I'm not too fond of being devoured in my sleep. I'll need scrap from Lower Crossing.
Why not just lower a bucket into the river?
Have you seen the bodies floating out there? Surface water around here is rank with disease and decay. Our only hope is the well. Now, you gonna get some scrap, or do I have to settle for sass? Search the ruined houses and the old dumping grounds on the far side of Lower Crossing, past the burial hill. Smash some junk. Search the bodies of those things roaming around out there. Where you get it isn't that important to me, just that you get it soon. We're running out of drinking water. Nothing to be said about ever taking a bath again.
Love the idea that scrap is like this thing, this homogeneous thing that you can just use like food or water. Is this enough scrap?
Impressive. We hadn't had much luck scavenging for supplies on account of the dead swarming Lower Crossing. You seem to handle them well enough, though. I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you. First class is on me.
Glad I could help.
Well, the good news is I got the water pumping again. The only problem is it smells like a sewer. Only about a tenfold worse. Well, I haven't smelled something this rotten since...
Since when?
Since I've cleared out a den of slith, ages ago. They're loathsome reptiles, make their homes in swamps and dank caves. They secrete a nasty poison into the water that makes it drinkable for them, but nearly always fatal to us.
Yeah, it does look green.
I bet good iron there's a nest in that cave that fuels our pump. I'm too old for all this spelunking, so I need you to go down there and kill it.
How do I get to the cave?
This key will open the cellar in the shack behind me, right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead you to the cave. Find the slith matriarch that's likely polluting our water supply, and the poison should clear out on its own. You do this, and all the Devil's Crossing will be honoring your name with every glass.
I'm gonna take care of him. Because that looks disgusting. He's got a quest for me too. Everyone's got something for me to do. Do you not have other people to ask? I hear you've been cleaning up out there in Lower Crossing. If you're going to keep fighting those bastards, you'll need better equipment than that. Here's something you'll likely never see again in this world, stranger. Something for nothing. Take some iron coin off my hands. I don't need it no more. Why are you helping me? You see, they killed my Annabelle back when the village was first overrun. Ain't nothing gonna bring her back, and if it tries, I'll put a bullet through its skull. I got nothing left but revenge, so I paid good iron to those willing to put down those abominations. Take Pharos, Julius, and Negan, for instance, used to all be good men. Defenders of the Empire, now nothing more than shambling fiends stalking the swamplands of Whitemire. Slaughter 'em. Put them in the dirt like they ought to be, and I'll give you some more iron from my stash. I'll put them down. So many quests. Captain said you were good to go. Don't start any trouble. Thank you, Rook. And I leveled up. Always put one over here. I like this one. Let's give me more heal. And let's make those bastards weaker. Oh, I need to sell some shit. Demolish this Tome of Scorching. Oh, I need to... Magic off-tan. Oft. Oops. Ooh. Why wasn't I wearing those? I think I'm gonna sell everything else. Yeah. I don't really see anything else I want to keep. Sell my shit. Someone's screaming at the street. No, not that! It's like, dude, this happened weeks ago. Like, I just run around with my fucking sword out. Another quest? Valdis will all be damned. You really came through for me. The roof took me back to Devil's Crossing, just as you promised. You're welcome. I'd like to thank you. Here, take everything I found out there. It's not much, but maybe you can make some use of it. Thanks. It looks like some scrap. And a one-handed axe. I didn't actually mean to talk to you. I'm sorry to bother you, but if you're headed out towards Whitemire, did you keep an eye out for my brother? Who is he? His name is Milton Hart. He was a soldier in the Imperial Army. When we fled Burwich, he volunteered to cover our escape. He always had a penchant for heroics. He's dead. But it has been weeks, and we have not heard from him. I dread to think that he may have become one of the dead. He always wore an amulet I gave him years ago to keep him safe. Now I fear it may be preserving him in undeath. I wish nothing but for my brother to be allowed to rest in peace. Will you do this for me? Continue. We last saw each other at the Sodden Hollow in Whitemire, so I'm afraid he's still out there. I will do what must be done. And I will see you guys next time. You know, for being, you know, dark and spooky, it's so pretty down here.